following program is brought to you with limited commercial interruption.
Today's broadcast is being simulcast in broken English.
I'm here to show the world. I'm here to show the world.
Welcome to the show that we're doing right now.
What the hell are we doing on this show?
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
It jumped up a notch.
It did, didn't it?
Let's go.
What is this?
Giggity, 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 goo.
Who else but
The Q.
it's showtime? Gentlemen, let's get down to business. Can you dig it?
You dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Yeah, I can dig it, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the QNow. You're listening to the best pop culture, current events, current affairs show east and west of that Mississippi River, hailing from the great city of St. Louis and worldwide at theqnow.com. I am your host, Mark Bland, joined today by none other than my favorite co-host of all of them. That is Jason Call. Now you're on, Jason.
Yeah, the favorite.
Yeah, there you are. You're the favorite. Joining us also today, movie star and local employee Jonathan May is here to talk with us and grace us with his incredible presence.
Right.
So Jonathan May has made it back. What's up, Jonathan?
Man, it feels good to be back.
Right?
You're the man, dude. Like, it does feel like home, don't it?
This is my favorite way to look
Do
at
you have another radio show that you call home?
No.
No, this is it. This is the one.
In the
So
shower.
if Jonathan becomes famous ever, this is the show that he is going to love and he's going to bring with him, right? This is the show. You're going to be like, oh, man, that's the show. Everybody who's
Absolutely. I'm gonna have
all of
t-shirts,
his
all kind of
his favorite famous friends are going to have to come do our show
Yeah.
with Jonathan, but they're going to have to come do the show. Like, we're going to have to have them.
I'll just send them by themselves. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, they send it by themselves.
That's
That's
how we
fine.
like it.
We'll take it. Jonathan May is here. Republicans are now naming times and places for their mental illness to showcase itself. We will discuss that. And we have a tournament of pop culture because Jonathan May is here. That's right.
Yeah, he's going to do it.
This one's going to be a blast. I'm telling you, Jay. I've got a good topic. We've got a solid one this time around. And this could become a 4-week banger. This might not just be a one night.
Turn it into something.
This might turn into a 4-week
We're gonna
banger.
start a relationship here.
Yeah, it might start a relationship with this
you
one.
know.
Okay.
But Jonathan,
What up?
it has been a long while.
Yes, it has.
How it's almost been it's probably been about a year.
I've only communicated.
I would say the last time I saw you maybe was the spring. Maybe if I'm lucky,
Has it
maybe
actually-
like
has it actually been a
talking
year?
to the microphone.
Has it actually been a year?
Yeah, I don't know if it's been exactly a year. It might have been like March-ish was the last time I saw
Maybe.
you, or maybe February.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's been a while, man. It's been almost a year. It's been going on for a while. We haven't seen the Jonathan May. What's the Jonathan May been up to?
Busy, man. Busy with work and, just that movie that we shot, Triple Xmas coming out.
You got a movie called Triple Xmas coming out?
Xmas.
Nice.
Is that a Bone movie?
Yeah, Santa Claus is killing a bunch of porn stars.
Is it
so.
a Bone movie?
Oh,
You bone
well,
it?
that's kind of cool.
I actually have
Santa
two
Claus
bone
is
scenes.
killing porn.
Nice.
Jason,
What?
Santa Claus killing porn people.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
Matter of fact, December 2nd at the High Point.
Is
when
it?
they, do the premiere.
Is it simulated?
Really?
Yeah, it's simulated. It's,
Oh,
it's
you
a
didn't
tough
get
job.
a boinger?
It's a
For
tough
real?
job. Man, you literally have a loin.
Did she tell you, like, don't boing me for real?
No, I just thought about stuff like.
Oh, it was a. Wait, you actually worked with an actual porno actress?
There's Dolly Lee's actually in the movie. She's in that.
Okay, I didn't know. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen the movie. I got to see
Well,
this.
Mark doesn't know any porn
Yeah,
people.
I don't know. Wait. The best part is.
What are you
He was
talking
like,
about?
Dolly Lee top 5. Oh my God, yeah.
They have that on the internet.
Hold on. The best part is Jason. He gets indignant about it. He's like, "You don't know enough porn people." It's like, wait, you're like the older guy here. Like, wait, where is this coming
I
from?
know all these porn people.
Yeah, you can Google it.
I don't think
I'm
they
just
work
gonna have
porn
Jason's
anymore,
wife
though.
calling me. Why doesn't he love me anymore? It's his porn addiction, sweetie. I don't know what to tell you.
He's making lists.
He's making lists.
People for Jonathan to boing.
Oh my goodness. Oh. All right, Triple Xmas at the High Point, December 2nd.
Right.
People should come out and check it out, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, that's
It
fine.
was a good
Well,
time.
we know you're an actor. We know that you're famous. We know you're locally employed too.
Yeah. Trying to get famous and
Trying to get famous.
stay locally
Famous to
employed.
You know, some people want to be like Mark Bland, and then there's
Right, I don't have
other
my own
people.
radio
Right?
show, Mark.
Yeah, some people want to be like me.
Here and there.
Yeah, I'm a big time. Listen, I'm big time,
Okay,
bro.
okay, if you gotta- if you
on
gotta say it.
my listen, I got 1,000 total
gotta say
listeners,
it.
bro.
Yeah.
1,000,
All
a whole
at a
1,000.
time.
All at one
At
time.
one.
1,000.
Depending on what my mom's doing.
Yeah. It could be 999 if his mom decided not to tune in.
So she usually does.
So she usually for Jason.
Hey, Jason's
not even
mom.
for me.
Hi, Mom. How are you?
Yeah, there you go.
Love you so much.
Well, thank you for coming back to the show.
No worries.
We do appreciate you, and we do love you. We do have a topic. We've got some topics. We got to get to the big discussions here, John, because Republicans in Congress are assaulting Republicans in Congress when not attacking witnesses.
Angry white
The
men.
Republican legislative delegation is literally fighting amongst itself, and the aggressor in the assault is former Speaker of the House, amazingly, Kevin McCarthy. The whole incident in the halls of Congress was caught on tape, but that's not only all of it. Only moments earlier, a Republican senator from Oklahoma, Mark Wayne Mullins.
Yeah, there's no hyphen there. That's
right.
one name.
That's one name. Challenged.
Yeah.
Here's the best
right?
part. Here's the best part. Challenged the head of the Teamsters Union.
Yeah, good move.
Appearing as a witness in the congressional hearing, and he did it all because of a viral tweet that is legendarily funny and 100% true of Mark Wayne standing on a box to give himself about 6 to 8 inches in height.
Did in a debate.
Because he couldn't stand and he couldn't be up there, I guess, short.
you
I
see
guess
the-
being short is a problem if you're trying to run for office.
Did you see the other one where he's hiding down behind the chairs in the Senate chamber?
No,
The 6th?
I've not seen
There's
that.
another picture, and the two
Wait. He's hiding?
Capitol cops. Yeah.
Wait, he's
two Capitol
hiding.
cops have
Mark
their guns
Wayne
out.
Mullins
Yeah,
with
he's
all
down,
of his
down like
wait
this.
with all of his
like
gun
no one
pictures.
can see me, but I'm like crouched down, like
Mark
peering
ready
over
to go
chairs.
Mullins, scared.
With
Yeah.
all of
I'll find it.
Wait,
Like, you
wait,
continue
Jason,
to
are you
talk, I'll
saying
find
with all of the gun pictures he posts?
Yeah,
and all
that
the tough
table he
talk,
had,
all
yeah.
the tough talk.
He didn't ask
he
for a
was
firearm.
hiding.
Yeah, no, he was hiding.
And Josh
Crouched down
Hawley,
behind.
after all of his tough
Yeah,
talk, he was running.
He was
Yeah.
running.
He was running.
We saw the tape.
Yeah, he saw the tape.
And it wasn't like he was like looking like, ooh, I hope they come in here. He looked terrified. Like he would.
Oh my God!
It wasn't like he was waiting to rip heads off. He was like,
Hey, I don't know,
"Well,
but
come in here."
every movie I've seen with Teamsters, like you don't mess with Teamsters,
Right? Why
Like,
would you
what-
do
what is-
that?
What is he doing?
All right,
I call him out.
Let
Now
me-
everyone knows you.
let me
Right.
put this out there. Let me just put this out there real quick, guys. As a pro wrestler, okay, people pay money to watch us fight in that ring. Okay, often they come into shows with chips on their shoulder. They really do. Thinking that they can take us out in the ring too. Like there's always guys in the audience who just are on one. And they think that they can beat you up or fight you just like the fight that they're seeing in the wrestling ring. And they don't understand that we train. Like it's a thing that we do to become good at what we do. And we don't mess around with it. And yes, we can wrestle. Like it's not just because we do cool moves and stuff. Like we can literally do the stuff that's like on the mat, choke you out, like MMA stuff. Like we can do that. We have that ability. Now, with that being stated, the only way to stop that bullish behavior is to let them get their A's whipped.
Right?
Right? Whip
Giving
that
your
ass.
kids chicken pox.
That should be like a whole thing. They should have shows, right? You think you got
There you
the
go.
juice? Get up in here. Let's go.
Well, that's my point.
There he is.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Look
This
at
dude,
him.
what a wimp.
Look at him crouched down. That looks a little like what I was doing.
And by the way,
Yeah,
that stuff Mark Wayne Mullins said on the Senate floor in front of all of those publicly owned cameras, that's where that ass whipping should
Like,
happen.
look, at least that dude's got like a table leg or something. See
Yeah.
that guy? He's got like
he's just
he's got something.
Maybe he thought he was-
He does. He has something in his hand.
is Mark Wayne
Mark
Mullins,
Wayne's not wearing a mask either, by the way.
is Mark Wayne Mullen one of those guys that we knew back in the day that would say that their hands are registered lethal weapons?
Probably.
Is he one of those guys?
I need to tell you that I am fully trained.
I'm fully trained. and,
killing you
license
is
to
like
kill.
these hands are legally licensed. Yeah.
It's like,
was that,
what's a
Richard
felony
Gecko
for
back
me
in the day?
too?
But no, you need
License
it.
to kill.
No, seriously. When Mark Wayne Mullins challenged the Teamster guy, that ass whipping should have happened right there,
Right?
on TV,
That
in
Teamster
front of
guy was
everybody.
laid back
And you know
about
what?
that, man.
It would have humbled them Republicans faster than crap.
Right.
It really would have.
That Teamster guy gets up and just like pop.
Yeah.
glad
And by the
Bernie
way,
dropped him.
messing with Teamsters has proven to be a dumb idea
Right?
at best throughout history. Like
No
what?
way that guy rolls alone.
Seriously.
No way. You can tell by his
right?
voice. This guy has a mob behind him, man.
And you got Bernie Sanders coming in with that honest assessment.
Right?
He's kind
What
of
are
a
you
breath
doing?
of fresh air. He's kind of a breath of
Came out
fresh
like
air.
Judge Mills Lanes back in the day.
I mean,
Bernie breaking up a fight.
I-
Stop it. Just stop it. It's the best.
With mittens on, sitting in a chair.
Yeah, just all angry. You're supposed to leave for coffee.
I'm trying to find, if I can find it real quick.
What's that?
the video of our friend Mark Wayne talking all that trash. That's what I'm looking for.
Right? And he sounded like, for someone who was threatening someone, it was so lame. He was just like, and it was such a weird way to ask someone to fight. If you and I want to be consenting adults. I was like, what are you going to make out with him? What are you talking about?
I mean, when your name is Mark Wayne, no hyphen.
Right? No hyphen.
What do you expect?
Right?
Anything that comes out of his
Should be
mouth
a
is like,
preacher.
yeah, that's what I expect Mark Wayne to say.
I'm surprised he's not a preacher.
Mark, yes, he's probably going that way.
Right? There's no, how is he not? Come on.
I feel like Mark Wayne Mullen would have here's
an
what's really
Oklahoman.
here's the funny thing. When you get punked out like that, like usually, I'm gonna find this. I've got to find this. This is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. I usually have this stuff ready to rock and roll.
Yeah,
but
you just
rock
happy I
and
came
roll.
back today. You,
I am.
you know,
I was
forgot about
excited.
everything.
I was excited.
I have been distracted by watching.
Oh, did you see the poster for
You've
the movie?
You've been watching porn.
Did you see the poster
Yes.
for the movie? The Triple X.
4 minutes deep.
Yeah, I have with the you.
I had my shirt off.
Oh yeah. I don't know why.
Some guy said my nipples are gonna be famous, so I'm
Your
gonna.
nipples are going to be famous.
Yeah.
He's got him pierced.
Actually, my butt probably is. It's out twice in the movie.
All right.
That was on purpose.
All right. So here we go. Check this out. This is what. Whoa. Ouch. This is what Mark Wayne Mullen said to everybody in that Senate chamber. Okay. So let's get it back to here. Uh-oh. Do we not have any audio? Oh, there
Running the office.
Okay, so let's get this back here.
And my wife was running the office because I sure remember working pretty hard and long hours. Pretends like he's self-made. What a clown. Fraud. Always has been, always will be.
He's reading the tweet.
Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy. Sir, this is a time, this is a place. You want to run your mouth?
Yeah.
We can be two consenting adults. We
That's
can
right.
finish it here.
And the Senate.
That's fine.
Consenting
Perfect.
adults.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up. I love to do
Oh, hold on. No, stop it.
Is that your solution?
Now listen to Bernie. No, sit down. Sit down. Okay. You're a United States Senator. Sit down.
Active.
Oh, okay.
Sit down, please.
All right.
Can I respond?
Hold it.
That was fantastic because literally Bernie, honestly, is putting like just that vibe out into the world. It's like, yo, everyone here's an adult, knows better, and understands how to handle themselves. And we understand that you have your former MMA background and all these other, and that's fine. That's great. That's great. But it doesn't matter when you're supposed to be handling business as a senator.
Right?
Like your job is to be doing this
those
over
days
here.
are done.
Now, if you want to try to follow this dude back to where he's from and catch up with him Friday night at the bar, that's a different story.
Like, he would probably beat up that Teamster president, but it definitely wouldn't end with that Teamster president.
I mean, I just put
once
something
word got
together.
out.
You know, we almost had Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg in a cage match.
Right.
That almost happened. You know, I'm sure
But
they can make it happen.
this is what those GOP voters love, right?
No, they probably, in Oklahoma,
see-
they think he's great.
They see politics like WWE.
Yeah.
Entertainment with heroes, heels, storylines like this. This is what they like. This is why Donald Trump worked well with Vince McMahon and taught him how to do that bombastic BS to create the good guy and the bad guy. Like, he really is living this. And I've worked with wrestlers who have come out of the ring, and they are the same people outside of the ring as they are in the ring. That is who they are. And it is a character.
Yes.
But it's so over the top when they're outside of the ring, and it's like they're eating at Denny's, ordering like the Super Slam or whatever, and yeah, they're that bombastic, they're that over the top, and it's crazy to me.
So those guys,
These people are
dead
waxed.
50.
They are mentally whacked. I really, this is like catnip to those people.
Oh, they love it. They think he's cool, putting him in his place. Oh, he's going to kick his butt. You know, like, and they don't, because they're not serious people. Republicans are filled with, the Republican Party is filled with so many unserious people.
All
They're
right.
just not.
Here's what I want to say about this. Be warned, everyone, that this is the beginning.
Yeah, you're right.
It is. Me and Jason have been coming on this show now for multiple years.
Yeah, telling you.
Since Donald Trump got elected president,
Dangerous
and letting
dudes.
you guys know this is not a good man. He's going to lead people down a bad path. It could lead to civil war, people getting hurt. And I famously just said a couple of weeks ago with Jenna here, the purge. It's not going to be a civil war. I finally figured it out. It's going to be a purge. It's not going to be a civil war. And now he's saying things like vermin.
Yeah.
Now he's saying things like, we'll talk about it.
Blood.
Keep that.
Yeah.
Keep that there, Jay, because we're getting ready to take a break. But when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about what you're talking about there.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's important. But we've been saying that Donald Trump was the guy that was leading everyone down this path and putting that vitriolic stuff out onto social media, no matter
tiki
where it's
torch
at.
guys?
And here's the problem. Every time I said it was a Krasenstein brother or Brooklyn dad or you liberal patriot take type people.
Oh, the Krasenstein.
Listen, you guys. No. I'm talking about even Occupy Democrats and all them. Listen,
the worst.
you are part of the problem right now. Every
the
time
rhetoric is so over the top.
Every time Trump posts on Truth Social, you go and find it and bring it to Twitter and other places and put it out on you put it out on your platform for all the liberals to see. So you're just keeping the division going. We're going to take a quick break here. We're going to take a quick break here on the Q Now. When we come back, more with ourselves, Jonathan May, as well as Jace Call. We'll be back right after this.
Let me tell you. You my little boo thing. So I'll give a hoot what you do. Say, girl, I know you a little too tame. I'll be shooting that shot like 2K, girl, I know. 1280
a.m. KYRO 102.5 FM WIBH. Multiple cities. This is the Q Now.
Yep.
Jonathan May is here today.
Going on?
Hanging out with us. This song reminds me of you.
I like this song, man. Who is that?
I'ma keep it real when your man long gone. If you're looking for a friend and you got the wrong song, baby girl, what's good? What's with you? If you book tonight, that's fiction. I'm outside, no pictures. You want me? Go figure. To the back, to the front. You a 10, baby girl, but I'm the one. Hey, to the back, to the front. You a 10, baby girl, but I'm the one. You my little boo thing. So I'll give a hoot what you do. Say, girl, I know you a little too tame. I'll be shooting that shot like 2K, girl, I know. Tell him I'm next. Tell him you find a little something too fresh, I know. Tell him I'm next. Tell him you find a little something too fresh, I know.
That's right, Little Boo Thing. That song reminds me of you.
What's that? Best of My Love in the back?
Yeah.
Oh, look at it. See, I got that air, baby. I used to be a DJ.
Used to be a
In the
DJ.
background.
Yeah.
All right. So before we went to break, ladies and gentlemen, before we got some boo thing going on to make Jonathan all special in his underwear.
Oh, my goodness. I'm always special in my underwear. You should see what's in them. It's amazing.
A scab that you pick?
amazing.
There's a scab you pick down there?
Amazing.
All right. So check it out. During a conversation with MSNBC's Mika Brzezinski, Hakeem Jeffries was asked about his feelings on the profound state of disarray that the Republican Party currently finds itself in. She was referring to the fact that this past week, Republican Representative Tim Burchett accused former Speaker of the House Kevin McCarthy of elbowing him in the Capitol hallway and admitting to chasing after him in search of vengeance.
Vengeance is mine.
Jesus. On the same day, MAGA Senator Mark Wayne Mullen, as we just described, absurdly challenged International Brotherhood of Teamsters General President Sean O'Brien to a literal fistfight during an official hearing. Jeffries did not hold back. We certainly are concerned because our focus should be on solving problems for hardworking American taxpayers, said Jeffries. We're going to continue to fight for things like lower costs and to grow the middle class for safer communities, fight for reproductive freedom, and defend democracy, build an economy that works for the everyday Americans. How can you stop, man? You're just throwing all that stuff out there because you want to sound all presidential and stuff. Cut it out.
What's wrong with that?
Cut it out.
You gotta go for the job.
They wanted you to answer a simple question, man. You're putting in too much effort. Plus, we ain't looking at you as president yet.
You hating on that, man. Stop hating on that.
These are the things that we should be fighting for, he went on to say. Republicans are fighting each other, literally. Yesterday was another episode of Republicans Gone Wild, as he called it. Jeffries is spot on, though. He's spot on, guys. Yeah. Like, the Republican Party is a total circus of violent, fascist, ignorant freaks, and vile sexual predators at this point.
Right?
Between Gates and all of them, like they're out of it.
Think about it. Think back to like 2002. Do you remember like a bunch of violent Bush supporters running around threatening people?
Nope. The beginning of all this I remember was the Tea Party in 2009,
and they weren't even violent
because
of
Obama.
Loud.
Because Obama got elected president. Yeah. They didn't want a black man as president, and that's literally what they said.
Say it.
Palin's people.
Obama was black.
It was because of the
Absolutely whack.
Palin's people got a little nutty. They got a little crazy.
That's fine, but they're more
stuff.
like in line with the people that we're talking about that we deal with now.
I think the Republican Party today started with her.
Oh, for sure.
That just
Oh,
dummy.
no. It wasn't just her. Glenn Beck, too. You put
Yeah.
Glenn Beck as
With
far
her,
as the
and
TV person, and then you put her as the
You
politician.
get someone like her who's
That's it.
supposed to be taken seriously, saying unserious, stupid things, and riling crazy people up. And what was it? That year, that election, like threats on a elected official went up like so many, like a couple 100%, like and all towards Obama.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you guys. They're fundamentally incapable of meeting the needs of the American people, and they must be destroyed at the ballot box. They have to be.
They have to go away. They have to be
go.
so unimportant it doesn't matter.
And Donald Trump was a leading booster for this new standard being set by calling his opposition vermin in a speech eerily reminiscent of a dead Adolf Hitler and the type of things fascist leaders have said about their enemies in the past. This reeks of Stephen Miller and the white nationalist vibe that is being presented for a good amount of years at this point. Like, let's be honest. How long is this, since Charlottesville specifically, that white nationalist vibe has been presented? And then we also had the kid who walked into the church. The church, no, with the swastikas, and walked into the church. The white guy killed all the black people.
Was it Roof?
Yeah,
or
South
something
Carolina.
like that?
Was it Roof? What do you mean Roof?
What is his last name?
Dylan Roof. Yeah. I think you're right. Dylan Roof. Yeah, it's crazy.
That was crazy. Is those people have always been there. They just found a mouthpiece that talked similar to the way they talk. So they felt it was cool to come out and act that way.
He also literally said the phrase "poison our blood."
Right.
And that was in Mein Kampf, and there's no way Trump knows that. So it is. You're right. Stephen Miller, he's writing this stuff for him.
Right.
Say
And
these
this is the
things.
problem. This is the problem.
Trump knows nothing.
Guys,
he doesn't know anything.
I am now
anything.
realizing something else. Trump is just like his supporters. It's not that his supporters support him. Trump is literally just as dumb and easily to manipulate as his supporters are.
And reactionary.
And these people are manipulating him to manipulate the supporters, because the supporters are thinking that they're doing it under honest intentions because they like Donald Trump. But they don't understand it's not Trump speaking, ladies and gentlemen. This is him just using his voice. He is not the person who's saying these things because he truly believes them, and you can tell because you're right. It's things like poison the blood that's specifically from places we know Donald Trump is not reading.
No, he doesn't.
He's not.
Even know
He's
that.
a TV show guy. He likes TV shows.
He might not even
He
know
thinks everything's
who wrote
movies
Mein
and
Kampf.
WWE and all that. That's what he thinks.
He might not.
You know what? You know what my favorite hypocrisy relevant to this situation is? Is claiming that the election fraud never happened, and then it's treason to suggest otherwise right up until they lose an election, at which point they insist the election was stolen.
Right.
And it's crap like this is why we were required to read 1984 back in school. You know what I'm saying?
Except
Like,
for
this
the
is
areas
legit.
we won. Those were the only ones the election was fair.
Well, I just find it really weird, guys.
I'm enjoying it. I like watching these white people go off. As long as Kanye is quiet, I can't make black people look bad. I'm like, yeah, go ahead, go ahead, fight that guy.
So this man is a former president who's easily to manipulate. He's in the middle of multiple federal indictments. He is being allowed to continue to run unchecked for president of the United States. He has not been put into jail for a gag order that he has definitely, literally
Harassing
stomped all
witnesses.
over multiple times. And by the way, not just the gag order in one trial, the gag order in other trials too that he is currently involved in. He has done the gag order problem to 2 different judges at this point.
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy, ladies and gentlemen.
think about this.
As he stays unchecked, Jason, this becomes more and more of a dangerous precedent that we are setting, because if you're a criminal who is serving time at all for a crime that you did legitimately, you should be able to petition your lawyer right now that the former president of the United States has crimes against him that are worse than yours, that would give him worse time than your crime.
Right? You got caught with a
And
bag
that
of weed.
he's allowed to walk freely. He hasn't had to like post bail or anything. He hasn't had to do any of that.
No,
This is crazy. You're getting 10% of whatever the bond is to get out for you, but he gets to walk scot-free just because he shows up for a picture that's one of the worst-looking pictures we've ever seen.
He's
It's
like scowling.
It's horrible
But,
looking. It wasn't even a good scowl.
Wait, we have right now judges and prosecutors who have to have 24-hour, round-the-clock surveillance and protection because a former president's supporters are threatening to kill them.
You know who I feel sorry
Like,
for?
that's nuts.
I feel sorry for the Secret Service agents that work for Trump.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
He's got that for life. So
Yeah,
if he
they gotta
does get locked
defend
up,
these guys.
can you imagine your job is going to jail to watch over the former president? I mean, seriously, like,
Yeah.
bro, we in here. We locked up together.
Yeah, I got to sit in the front of the
Well, he
Am I
gets to
gonna-
go. He at
am I
least
gonna
gets
be
to
in a
go.
suit?
He at least
Yeah.
gets to go home to get sleep if he wants.
Yeah, but it's going to be shifts. You know, you're going to
Yeah.
have, three shifts going on.
Right?
Well,
Going
actually-
to prison today.
Actually, to be absolutely 100% honest with you, in a prison situation, they probably wouldn't. I bet you they wouldn't, since it's never happened. I bet you they wouldn't put Secret Service in there.
I bet you
they
don't
would
know.
literally just say, "Hey, listen, they have lockdown protocols. This is in a jail cell. We got cameras everywhere. You're good, dude." Because here's the thing: if he was going to get killed, listen? You put yourself in jail. I'm just a Secret Service agent that's stuck here with you.
It's your job,
now,
buddy.
while I'm here with you, it is my job out there. But once you do bad things to get put into here, I am not going to stop Bubba over there from shanking
But
you
it's for
on the
life.
way. I don't
For life.
care.
Supposedly-
I'm not losing my life from Bubba and his two boys that I know will
But-
slit my throat
and
because they're already serving 2 life sentences. They don't care.
And is he armed?
By the
like,
way,
in
and
with
we're all
Pop?
talking about like he's gonna be a Gen Pop.
No, he's going to be at Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah, he'd be at
locked
like
up.
he'll be at.
He won't have a phone. Maybe.
That's literally what they'll do. That's probably what they'll do. They'll probably leave him.
It says yes, they go to prison with him.
Well, that's fine,
Yeah.
but I don't think that'll happen. I
No,
think
no, I think
exactly
he'll
what
go
Jason just
somewhere
said. They're going to just house arrest him
Yeah.
for whatever the term is at Mar-a-Lago with his Secret Service there. That's all they're going to do. That's all they're going to do.
But supposedly there
We
is,
know that that's all they're going to do. We know.
a Senate bill with a few Republicans on board to rewrite the President Protection Act or something like that to say if a president is convicted of a crime, he loses.
Guys, I have absolutely
That's a death sentence, isn't it?
seriously,
Yeah,
seriously.
put him in there. Just
after
Get beat
the
down.
presidency of Donald Trump for 4 years, when he lost to Biden,
Yes.
and with all the election fraud claims and the insurrection and January
Court
6th
case
and all
after
that,
court case law.
listen. I would have figured Biden in the first 6 months of his presidency, and I am disappointed in Biden, and I'm disappointed in the people around Biden that are helping him make decisions and policies, because you should have reformed presidential power
Right there.
literally right off the bat.
Yeah.
No questions asked. It shouldn't have even, because walking into that election and then once January 6th happened, guys, we threw the book out the window. Like, that was done. Like, those pages went flying. We all knew that it was crazy time at that point on January 6th, because look at what happened. People got murdered that day. They literally got killed because they wouldn't listen to the police telling them. There were police that got killed because some D-bag from St. Louis and some other D-bag from San Diego or
showed up
wherever
to hear a
just
speech.
decided to just start trouble because some guy named Donald Trump started a problem.
You know where Biden really went wrong, and I don't know who else he would have picked for VP.
What's
but
that?
Kamala Harris should have been Attorney General because she would not have waited like Merrick Garland did. She would have went right after it. Special counsel.
I don't know why
immediately.
Merrick Garland hasn't done more after what they did to
Right?
him.
She
that
was a
bump
prosecutor.
move, that
Like,
bump
she-
move with Obama that they did to Merrick
Right?
Garland, that would have put a serious thorn
he
in my
came
side
in-
for a long while.
He came in so hesitant and like, oh, she would not have.
Jesus Christ! Do you know how many
she would have
attorney
came in and
Did you see how many times Bill Barr and all them immediately jumped to Donald Trump's defense on all that craziness? And I got Merrick Garland over here sitting on his hands on
Right?
stuff that literally affected him directly.
I mean, think about it. If they would have gotten a 4-month head start, we'd almost already have probably one of these trials underway.
Right.
Stephen
And we would have
Chung,
done it immediately.
Stephen Chung, a Trump campaign spokesperson, responded to the backlash that has been caused by the vermin and the poison critics and all that by calling us all snowflakes.
Oh, jeez.
Because we are critics, and promising that their existence will be crushed by Trump. Okay, guys,
These
listen.
people are,
listen.
Now you know how it happened so easy in Germany.
Now let's play this game. Let's play this game. We've got a former military man right here named Jonathan May.
What up?
Jonathan, Donald Trump becomes president of the United States again. He is able to attain this power, and then he has control of the United States military. He instructs the military and the Joint Chiefs of Staff to go out and find my vermin. get these people and either kill them or bring them to me. One or the other. No questions asked.
I think you'd have a few that would do it.
Would the Army play along?
Wouldn't.
No.
You don't think they would?
Not the way the Army is right now.
Well, because they have, part of their code is disobeying illegal orders.
Yeah, an unlawful order. Yeah,
yeah, unlawful order. Yeah,
an unlawful order. So yeah, no, I don't think it would happen. You got good men and women in the military, and the crazy part is, all these people that came in, to the insurrection and things like that. All these people came hurting law enforcement. But you love Law and Order.
Yeah, you want.
There's a Law and Order party.
Who do you call the minute your boyfriend, your baby daddy? The minute your baby daddy doesn't do, who do you call immediately? Who do you call when your friend gets shot and killed in front of you? Who's the first people you call? Literally, who is it? Because if you hate them so much and you think that they're so bad, stop calling them.
But you're over there bear spraying them. I'm like, they were just doing stuff.
Yeah, exactly. What was that?
They just don't want you to enter a building you're not allowed in.
I'll never forget. Remember the dang the college where they're all sitting in a row and the guy with the pepper
just
spray walks by with the dog, walking the dog, and just spraying them as hardcore as he could. That always sat with me. It always sat with me.
I wonder what happened to that guy.
He had to have gotten fired.
We're going to take a quick break here on the show, and when we come back, maybe we're going to find out what happened to that guy. Are you talking about the police officer who did that?
Yeah, I remember the picture.
Jason, can you look that up for us when we're done? And when we come back, we'll let everybody know what happened to that guy. We'll be back on the show right after this. 1280 a.m. KYRO News Radio, KYRO.com. Every single Saturday, 1 to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Unless there's some Mizzou football or basketball or Blues, something.
Not in the morning, though.
Or playoffs for the Chiefs of some sort. Then we get bumped. Either we're on before or after those games, but it's okay. You can always catch us.
Though, you can sneak in.
You can always catch us at theqnow.com. That's our website. Old episodes, new episodes, everything in between. Ghost is the name of that soundtrack we were listening to. Thanks to Jason.
Yeah.
There you go. We were talking about Donald Trump. We were talking about vermin. But there was something that I wanted to point out, ladies and gentlemen, based off of this past week of fist fighting wannabes and tough talkers and calling people vermin and poison blood and all this other. The people have appointed themselves the enemies of America. It's past time to treat them with the appropriate level of alarm rather than cringing normalization. That's where we are at. It has now become... And I hate to say this because, guys, I'm not some crazy person. Nope. I don't listen, as a person who's been in a lot of fights because of his profession and career that he chose in professional wrestling, listen, I don't like to go out of my way to get into fights. I've been hurt enough times to know that I'm not a fan of fighting in the regards of I like the way it feels. And listen, I don't mind fighting. I'm cool with it because I'm comfortable with it. And that's when you get dangerous. When you get comfortable with things like the rattlesnake, you're one jumping around talking about Jesus this and Jesus that. You don't care.
The rattlesnake.
But I'm just saying, like, that's those dudes.
Right? Those people exist, though. Think about that.
But it feels like a craziness. Like, it almost feels like a craziness when you're comfortable with pain and tolerance and stuff like that. Yeah. But it's become us versus them. That's what this is. It is now us versus them. I'm not a crazy person, like I said, and I don't look for fights, but if you're going to want us to, like, draw the line and say, hey, is this a real thing? Yeah, it's a real thing. You guys act like jerks and a-holes. And yeah, you do get yourself the same sausage and gravy breakfast every single Friday morning at the local diner. So and Debbie always serves you after you pull up in your Ford F-250.
Yeah.
Right? Yep, every single Sunday or Saturday or whatever it is. And Preacher John talks to you every single Sunday. You love Preacher John.
Yeah.
In your small town.
Then he goes and logs into his
we know who you are.
Provider.
Can I tell you guys a story that's really interesting? Super indicative of how we got Donald Trump in the first place. Super indicative of it. So the story goes back to around 2002, 3, 4, 5, that area of town. Now, it streams into 2017, 18, 19, 20. Like, it streams all the way up until our time today. This documentary came out called Don't Pick Up the Phone. And it was on Netflix. You can watch it right now. But here's the crazy thing. It's stories. Even my wife who has a special job in this world, she pays attention to a lot of things that are news stories, that are big time, okay? We were both surprised. I've never talked about this on my radio show. So if I haven't hit on a topic on this radio show, it must not have hit the mainstream. It literally didn't. But let me just preface it with this. You ready? We have 39 states involved in this. 39 of the 50 United States are involved in this. Small towns in every state. Some towns had 2 or 3 incidents in one town. One town. A guy would call on the phone from an unmarked number, which is very typical of law enforcement and police and stuff. And they would get a manager at a local Taco Bell or whatever in a town far away. The guy was based out of Pensacola, Florida.
Sounds like a horror movie.
It gets crazy. Based out of Pensacola, Florida. He'd call you up in Maine at your McDonald's. He'd ask for a manager. The manager would get on the phone. He'd be like, hey, this is police, blah, blah, blah. I'm from your police station right there, whatever the town was, right?
Yeah.
We have a report that one of your employees stole money from somebody, a customer of some sort. We are going to need to do a strip search of this employee immediately. Now, you can either do it. Hold on. You can either do it in the back room, where you guys count the money and all that, the office at your McDonald's, or you can come down to the police station and do it. Now, the best part of the story, guys, I don't need you. You guys can please, everybody out there, if you want to just go, don't pick up the phone. Go ahead and go watch it. I'm not going to ruin anything for you, but I am going to talk about the story. I have to talk about the story because it's crazy.
I remember
this is the craziness that leads to a Donald Trump. These managers and assistant managers would actually do whatever the person said on the phone. They would go and get, and it was always vague. Oh yeah, it's a brunette. They are wearing their hair in a ponytail. Oh well, yeah, that could be any one of 3 people.
Yeah.
Well, I think her name starts with a J or an H or a C. Or yeah. Like now, mind you.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Got to be kidding me.
if you are a police officer, you don't need to like randomly throw out letters for the beginning of the name.
Right.
You would just tell them the name of the employee and that you need to talk to them. But no. They would go get it, and they would always tell them, you got to be discreet. Got to be discreet, right? But they would bring him into these offices, and then he explicitly told them, "Let me tell me what their boobs look like, what the boob size is. Tell me about their genitalia. Is it shaved? Is it not? What does it look like? How does it smell in the room now that they're like all this crazy stuff, dude? Total sexual perversion. Literally texting women for boobs, literally.
Yeah,
but doing it over the phone because texting women for boobs." Not cool, radio people.
Creepy dudes.
Sorry, creepy dudes.
Yeah.
Creepy morning dudes.
Hey, real quick, don't spoil it for everybody. Just give me a head nod, yes or no. Did they catch the guy?
Okay.
Making the phone calls?
I'll get there in a minute.
I don't want you to ruin it for anybody.
I'm not going to ruin it.
It doesn't really ruin it because it's a story. That
it's a documentary. You can go look it up right now on Google.
If they ever watched the news, like a lot, you would have caught it because I remember this story. I don't remember the fate of the guy.
You remember, here's the problem.
But I do remember the story.
For the first 5 or 6 years of this going down, no one was on anyone's heels. Nobody knew what was going on. And these companies were getting sued.
Yeah,
and then
right?
At the time that they're getting sued, they don't even realize there's a person doing this on purpose, okay? They are literally using their defense in the court system to throw it back at the individual that's trying to sue him, the employee, and basically saying, "Oh, well, you were a part of it, or you were involved with it." Like always,
you're a pervert too.
They were trying to victim blame to get out from underneath it because. To be honest, I understand the stance of the company, right? We're headquartered in New York. We have no idea that a guy from Pensacola is going to use a calling card. Like he would go get those cards. That's how they caught him. That's how they ended up catching him. He would buy calling cards and they were able to trace back on the number that was put in, and then they could figure out where they bought it, and then they matched him up with the video and the time of the purchases and all that. And that's exact. Okay. Jeez. So it got serious. But here's what they come to find out. he really was kind of a cop. He was a corrections officer. And that's how they noticed it. Like
that's how he knew.
That's how they knew who they needed to start looking at, because he was wearing the uniform when he got off work, and he would go into the Walmart to pick up these cards. So he still had that stripe down the side of his pants, like a police officer wears. Right. He's a corrections officer at a local jail, is what he did. So he was the one who did it. But, ladies and gentlemen,
what a weird way to get up.
If you
right,
what color are areolas? What
listen,
they be? What's the size? Is it a quarter size?
Are they pepperonis?
Is it pancake?
Are those pepperonis?
Does it look like a Seward's out?
Does it look...
You gotta let me know.
All right, so okay. Now here's the best part. Here's the best part of this. Okay, guys. This is why we got a Donald Trump, and you're like, but Mark, how is this? Like, let me explain. He only attacked small towns. No major cities, really, only small towns. Because small towns, and here's the worst part, they all know each other in these small towns. On the one phone call, she's like, oh, is Clint down there? We're like, literally, like, asking, like, they know these people, and they still did whatever they were told. And some of these guys got accused of rape because they were managers doing what the person on the phone said because they thought they were following an authority figure. But by doing it, they were part of coercion and all this other stuff.
To touch them.
Like, it was, they were told
to check
to touch and to do things like, literally. And these people are not wanting to do this. But out of those 39 states and all those cities, small towns, not a single person wanted to go to the police department for the strip search. They all wanted it done in the back room.
Kind of weird.
None of them wanted. Think about that, dude.
At that point, they were in on it then.
If I said 39 states, that means 39 cities at minimum. There's at least one city per state, okay? And let's just say that's 39 cases. 39 people at minimum were asked, do you want to go down to the police department for a strip search where they're going to do it authentic? You know it's at the police department.
And not by you.
Like, it's not just your manager or Bob who started working here 2 weeks ago, and he's just on his, like...
He's like, I'll do it.
14th shift ever.
I mean...
This is a real thing, Jonathan.
Who are these people?
I mean, nobody looked at the employee handbook like, yo, what's the strip search?
Do you know who they are? Let me tell you who are
they,
they, Jason. They're the kind of people that when they hear vermin talk,
right?
They're easily pushed around. They're easily told things, then they'll do them. So if they're told those liberals are the problem in America, then the liberals are the problem in America. And if you want to vote for them, you're part of the problem. Well, I don't want to vote for them because I don't want to be part of the problem. Then they don't. And that's it. It's that easy to push them around because they'll rape your 17-year-old daughter with their fingers and the pepperoni areolas that look like sewer lids, right, John?
Right?
Yeah.
Sewer tops, that's right. Jonathan's funny. He's funny even when we're making sex jokes.
Does it like a CD player? You put it in?
Like a CD.
I'm just glad this stuff is going on. I keep telling you. These sort of things.
I almost choked.
Hey, are you okay?
I'm not okay. Jesus.
You choked him to death. Don't kill him.
It's just jokes, folks. It's just jokes.
Oh, my goodness.
This is the man that you heard about all those years, and every time something happened to a black person, they were like, the man is putting me down. This is the man coming out.
I'm the man, or
this
you
is
the man?
Man coming out
Wait,
trying to fight people.
Who's the? Oh, that man.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. These people with the tiki torches. This is the man that people have been talking about for years. And y'all finally get to see the man.
As Jason has always said, I've never figured out or understood when he made fun of the guy who had the physical disability.
How was that?
Was not the moment that everybody turned on.
That should have been it.
And that was during the campaign.
Like, that should be something that everyone
That's
agrees
during
on.
the 2016 campaign, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
that's not even the 2020. That's the 2016 campaign. That's before he becomes president.
Yeah, people voted for him again. More people voted for him the second time.
Yep.
And and so when I have stories like this that make up Netflix documentaries and it's only small towns, I go, oh, wow, it's weird. All the small towns are in all the cities south of the Mason-Dixon line, just like all the states are that are south of the Mason-Dixon line that were part of the Civil War, that are doing all the white nationalism, that are talking about this. They got the Mark Wayne Mullins and the Oklahomas going on. And like, it seems like we're nailing it over and over. And by the way, Jonathan has been coming on this show for years, nailing it too with us. So it's not just Mark and Jason, it's Jonathan too.
Nailed it.
He's been nailing these people to the wall for years because every time, Jonathan, we talk about them, what do we talk about? Another bad thing, and then we go, they're bad people.
Yep.
Stay away from them. We don't want them as the president of the United States again. Please. And I'm glad in 2020 that you guys voted against it. And by the way, in 2024, by this time next year, we will know if Donald Trump is president again. But if we continue, listen, if by July he has not been disqualified from running for president, listen, Jason, you said it last week.
Yes.
I would rather rip the Band-Aid off early, now.
Yeah.
Right.
And get it done and get listen. If it's going to come to fisticuffs and drawing the line in the sand and all this, I would rather rip that Band-Aid off right now, early, while Joe Biden's still president and has the power and the control, than to sit here and lollygag and wait and push this down the road until Donald Trump finds himself right there the week of the election, and it's just too late for us to pull it. Because listen, if we pull that Band-Aid off, then it becomes a problem. And by the way, I have a theory. I think, and we're going to be coming back here in a second with the Tournament of Pop Culture, but I have a theory, ladies and gentlemen. If Donald Trump does get elected or reelected president of the United States in 2024, and it is allowed to even stand, I bet you he asks for power immediately. I bet you he will not even. I bet you he will not even wait for the transfer of power. He will try to do something immediately, which will be the line that they draw in the sand, and it becomes us versus them. At that moment, legitimately, like with the guns, that's where we're going, guys. The purges. They want. They want to suss out the people and purge them from the system.
There will be a couple violent acts before that election.
It's the man, I'm telling you. It's the man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break here. When we come back, we have a Tournament of Pop Culture to surprise you all with. It is going to be fantastic, and you are going to enjoy every single minute of it. We'll be back here on the Q Now after this.
If she wants to dance and drink all night, well, there's no one that can stop her. She's going till the house lights come up, or stomach spills onto the floor.
12:80 a.m.
This night is gonna end.
KYRO.
When we're damn well ready for it to be over. Booked all week
NewsRadioKYRO.com.
is playing on our time.
I do love this rise right here.
We do what we do to get by.
Crowd. Boo. Boo. They're mad at him.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
He's pointing at him.
Against me.
Little kids are, you, boo. That's the best. Little angry kids who are mad at wrestlers are just the best. Not so funny when they become 30-year-old men who are angry at fake wrestlers. It's just their
welcome
persona.
back to the Q Now. I am Mark Bland. That over there is one Jason Cole.
That is true.
And that is Jonathan May over there.
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
are bringing you guys a Tournament of Pop Culture today because Jonathan is back
I love
for
it.
an episode. I want to get him in
When
on
people
something
come
special.
over, we
and
do
we love
cool
it.
stuff.
We do cool stuff.
All these
And by the way,
activities.
I have talked to Jason about this off the air, but I've not told Jonathan at all what the topic is. And we're going to surprise all of you right now because this week's topic that we are going to do a Tournament of Pop Culture on is jerks. That's right. Characters in movies and TV shows that are absolute jerks.
I got my number one
And
already.
we're going to put them up against it. Maybe it made the list, maybe it didn't, but we're going to deal with these jerks. And if this goes well, maybe.
We might do a big one.
Listen, I'm not going to lie to you. I found a ton between movies and TV shows to really run with this for 4 weeks. I really did. And so I might do 4 weeks of this, but I did put together a little bit of this bracket right here. So here we go.
There's action jerks, horror jerks.
We got all kinds of jerks.
We do.
Dude, we've got animated jerks.
Animated jerks, right?
We even got a former champion of the Tournament of Pop Culture that makes an appearance.
He's an animated jerk.
All right. So to start off this special episode of the Tournament of Pop Culture with Jonathan May, we have that little bald boy that everyone loves to hate on PBS. One Caillou.
Oh, my goodness.
That's right. Caillou, he's got cancer or whatever he's got. He's got things
what is
going
his
on.
Deal? Did they ever say?
I think he's got cancer, right?
Do they ever?
That's what
We should
Caillou's
look it
got
up and see,
cancer, but he's always
whoever created him. Why did they do it? Maybe they had a kid.
But he's always supposed to make you feel bad. He's always supposed to make you feel
all the
bad.
time.
I didn't watch too
Not
much
very
Caillou.
likable.
Yeah, I mean, it was sad looking at that kid.
Now, he's going up against what I feel could be a dark horse.
I just don't know how he's a jerk, though.
I feel, oh, that's it. He makes you feel bad. No, he's a jerk. Like, no, literally, you're making me feel bad on purpose on days I don't. Like, it's
I
a
just think that's
Sunday.
funny he made
it's
the
a,
list.
It's a Sunday at like 11:45 a.m.
Right.
and you're making me feel weird. Like,
Yeah,
that's
right.
not right.
Leave me
Like, these
alone.
vibes ain't going together.
Right.
Okay. So
He's a
Caillou
priest for that.
is going to go up against Happy Gilmore's Shooter McGavin.
Oh, no
And
way.
I do feel Shooter McGavin could be a dark horse.
He's right. Come
in
on.
the jerk category.
Super
I'm definitely going
jerk.
with Shooter.
I mean, I
Right?
love Shooter McGavin.
Think
Shooter's
about-
great, though.
Think about him being a jerk when Billy could, or not Billy, when
I
Happy,
eat
when
pieces
Happy
of crap like you for
Right.
breakfast. You eat
But-
pieces of crap
But
for
when Happy
breakfast?
couldn't punch him, remember how bad you wanted him to punch him?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right? That wins for me, right?
Yeah.
When you want someone to be punched, even in
Now,
a
listen,
comedy.
there are a few times in the history of movies and TV, a few times, not many, like I would say less than a handful of times where a character made me visceral. Like I had a physical, emotional reaction to a character. The movie The Woman, that guy, within 15 to 20 minutes of him being on screen and the situation and how he presented himself, it's a great movie. It's a hardcore piece of dark horror, but it's got a really interesting storyline, and the acting is so good,
The Woman?
so good, to where I had a visceral, I wanted to kill that man. I wanted to kill
what is this on?
that man. It's a movie you could download or you could watch. You
Okay.
could probably get it on Apple or Amazon or whatever.
looking
Yeah.
I'm going to look it up.
Look it up, figure it
I'm
out.
gonna do it.
I can
I'm
send
gonna
you
do
a
it right
link if you want off the air.
Yeah,
That's fine.
let's do that.
Shooter McGavin versus Caillou. Where are we going to go, guys? I think it's shooter time, right?
Right, yeah. Come on.
Like that's an obvious,
Poor
right?
Caillou.
I
He's got it
can't.
bad,
There's no
though.
way. I mean, just die with the cancer. I'm not trying. Come
Yeah,
on,
it can't be me.
Can I throw out a
trying
name
to
and see
hurt
if you
it,
even
do all
have it
this
on the
and
list?
bad, and I don't get it.
Can I throw out a name, see if you got him on the list?
You can throw out a name. Maybe it'll
We
make
won't
our
tell you, though.
listen. If it doesn't make this list, I might
tell
put
you.
it on another list.
All right. Lewis Litt.
I don't have Lewis Litt.
Way to go.
I'm from Suits. That guy got it in my
He
seat.
might get
Yeah.
on another
That's the
list. then.
bald guy?
I might get him
Yeah.
on. I might get him on. I might get him on a different list then. And I haven't watched Suits.
You haven't watched Suits?
No, I haven't.
Oh, my goodness.
Another great show,
Yeah,
right?
You got to watch it.
Have you seen Westworld?
Yeah.
Westworld's so good.
Yeah,
I do
fell
like
off
it.
Of it. I didn't, got
I
to
do
some
like
point,
it.
yeah.
I know. It feels like it jumped the shark. Kind of like when the Walking Dead, kind of like those weird middle Negan years, not the new stuff.
Whoa, what'd you say?
Not the fresh stuff.
Oh, you said Negan. Whew. That was close, Mark. That was close, man.
That's why
Jeez,
I never eat a Snickers bar anywhere around.
Wait a
When
second.
Jonathan's
Wait a
around.
second. Wait a second. Wait a
I
second.
just thought you dropped the
Are
ball.
you guys?
Say what show am I
Are you
on
guys? Are you guys nagging me right now?
Show.
Why
Show
are
am
you
I
both naggers? Is that what you are? Is that what
remember
you?
when Rush
Are you a
Limbaugh did
nagger,
that?
sir?
Yes,
Because
yeah.
you are nagging me,
Man.
and I don't appreciate it.
You remember that? You remember when Rush Limbaugh, when the mayor of New Orleans, Ray Nagger,
Oh, that's
and Rush
right.
Limbaugh used to
Went on his-
over-pronunciate it?
over-pronunciated just to
Oh
be a
my
jerk.
God!
Yeah, he's in a better place now.
He is so in a better place.
Well, you
Place now with Hitler and pineapples.
nagger, please. That's what it's. You're a nagger. Don't be a nagger.
Keep on going with it.
Remember?
All right.
South
There
Park.
go that man.
South Park.
All right.
South Park.
Next up in our tournament of pop culture, White Goodman of Dodgeball fame. That's right, Ben
Okay.
Stiller in Dodgeball.
Annoying.
Globo Gym. Remember?
Annoying. I don't know if he.
Yeah, I mean, he was funny though.
Yeah.
White Goodman.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. You know, you're like, yeah, I don't like
You
this guy,
can
but
say
he's
that
funny.
again, Cotton. What was his name? Pepper Cotton or a Cotton Pepper or something like that? That's hilarious.
The Ocho.
The show. That's right, Cotton. Cotton Mathers. Was it Cotton Mathers
Something
or
like that.
something like that? White Goodman versus Issa D from Insecure.
I don't even know that.
Do you know the show Insecure?
Yes, I do know the show. Insecure.
Which is hilarious because the character's name is Issa D, played by a woman by the name of Issa Rae.
Issa Rae.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's the same thing. It's like, why didn't you just call her Issa Rae and make it easy? Like, we just could have left it at that. Would have made it so. That's kind of like what they did with The Office, right? A lot of those people go by that. That's their name.
Yeah, there's a couple of
There's
them.
a lot of
with their
shows that do
names.
that. But you know, who's she going against?
She's going up against White Goodman. Dodgeball. If you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball.
Potang.
Okay? I got to go White Goodman.
Nah, but he was funny.
Yeah, but I got to go White Goodman. He's a jerk. That's a great jerk. Like he made.
He's
like,
a good villain.
He's a good villain.
comedy
Like
villain,
he's a funny
right?
piece of crap.
He's a classic.
You know what? I'm gonna go with it
John
because
Cusack
I don't
movie
think Issa
villain.
Rae was a villain in Insecure, in my opinion.
But she did do jerkish things.
Everybody did jerkish things in that show.
That's true. It's called Insecure.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm still going White Goodman. I'm going Ben Stiller. I'm going that. What about you, Jay?
I am also going Ben Stiller.
All right, so White Goodman moves on. We don't even need your input, Jonathan. It's not even necessary.
Stay over there.
For the show at all.
Well,
We're good.
I said I was going with the guy.
Okay.
I didn't hear you.
Up next, Navin Johnson, The Jerk, the movie The Jerk. Steve Martin, Navin Johnson, who's a great, let's be honest.
Right? He is a jerk,
That
not
is
because he's mean,
mean.
because he's just a boob.
Exactly.
Like, he's a jerk. He's just a dummy.
He just comes off like now
Right?
he's going up against I also
juggling.
feel could be a dark horse.
Yes.
Depending on where you stand. Now I know where Jonathan's going to go on this. I know he's going to take who I'm getting ready to say.
Yeah, you're so
Because
easy.
he's one of those people, but I feel like Navin Johnson from The Jerk, Steve Martin himself,
right?
I feel like that's got to be
Ooh,
a
Navin.
good yeah, exactly. It's got to be a good shot here. So J. Jonah Jameson from Spider-Man.
Oh.
That's right, J.K. Simmons.
He's a
straight
jerk.
J. Jonah Jameson from
He's been a
Spider-Man.
jerk for 70 years.
I mean, but
And he is a jerk. Like,
Right?
he's not like a kind person. He's kind of like that
No.
dude. You're like, dude, I'd like to just go scuff your car right now.
right?
For
yeah,
real.
like
He's a key the car type person.
we hate
But
you
Steve
and your family.
Martin and the jerk at the end end up not being a jerk.
Right.
Yeah, he got his money.
That's why I
back,
feel like
sorta.
J. Jonah Jameson's not a bad choice here.
No, Jameson's
I just
evil.
knew you were going to take it because it's a
You love
Marvel.
comics.
You love the Marvel universe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna take him because
But he is a jerk, though.
the very last scene, when those people come over and start talking about the black people,
right?
and Steve Martin has his famous line. I'm like, whoa, wow, okay,
All right, what do you think?
Jameson, yeah.
You're going to do J. Jonah
Yeah.
Jameson? What about you?
yeah, Jameson.
All right, so Jameson moves on. Next up, we've got Tom Iceman Kazansky. That's right, Val Kilmer from Top Gun, the Iceman.
But then does he lose any of his jerkiness with the second
He
one?
does, but
Yeah, you got
but he
all
he kept
broken up?
Listen. He was always trying to be the funny jerk. Even in the end, when he becomes friendly with him, he's still the funny jerk.
then you
But
had
he's
part
always
two.
a jerk.
He had part two, and he called him back in. Hey, I need him back in here. That was because of him.
I get it. I like him, but he's still a jerk. Like that character was a jerk. Like legitimately was a jerk for a majority of that movie.
And he got
That's a
throat
jerk.
cancer, man. How you gonna put somebody with throat cancer on there?
Well, let's see.
I'm not
Let's
voting
see.
for this
Let's
guy.
see. Wait, let's see where it goes. Let's see where it goes because Iceman is going to be going up against Gollum from the Lord of the Rings.
Oh no, he's a way bigger jerk.
Yeah, we'll just go with Gum.
Yeah, Iceman never tried to kill Maverick.
Right.
See, where are we at on Gollum as a character?
Creepy, evil,
creepy, man.
Want to kill him?
You want that
Like I
precious.
didn't want Maverick to kill Iceman. I wanted Sam to kill.
But
Gollum.
don't we like a funny jerk sometimes? Like, can't we go and say, hey,
yeah,
that's the
Iceman's
better
like-
jerk? Like the jerkiness of the style.
Like Val Kilmer's character might have been like fun to hang out with. You might have been able to be friends with both of them.
I feel like the guy that was called in.
But
McDonald's.
Gollum's going to definitely stab you in the back at some point. He just
100%.
allows that emotion to take over.
Did
fall
they have that
asleep on
guy's
him, you're
voice on
done.
a documentary? Like, what was his voice like? Because I imagine in my head that he sounded like Gollum calling McDonald's. Like, you got a strip searcher in the back.
Take off your clothes, you will.
What color are those areolas?
Oh, very much
Yeah.
so it be. Very much so it be.
Did you take your shirt off?
Clothes are
Did you
off.
see the
They
precious?
end.
It's got to be.
Hold on, R2D2, get over here. Like you start calling in other characters. All right, I'm going to go. I'll go Gollum. I'll go Gollum.
Yeah, right.
I'll go Gollum.
Gollum.
You guys are going Gollum. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Next up, Sean William Scott plays a special man named Steven Stifler. That's right, the Stifler from American
great,
Pie.
huh?
Come on, you-
Stifler is a great jerk.
somebody
That's a
everybody
jerk.
That's a
That is a
friend jerk,
classic
a likable-
high
yes.
school
Likable
likable
jerk.
Likeable jerk, though. Right.
Yes. If
Going
you're
up
friends with
against, this is going to be a battle, guys. Going up against Sack Lodge from Wedding Crashers. You know, Bradley Cooper's character with the blonde hair in Wedding Crashers that like.
Oh no, Bradley Cooper was. Man, I hated him. I hated him. You know what?
But he was real though.
I've
Stifler's
always
over the top.
I like Stifler.
Right,
I
yeah.
think Stifler's the better jerk. I think Stifler's
Bradley Cooper was the
Sack Lodge is a really good jerk, but I feel like
But he's almost too realistic.
You never liked him in that movie, and you didn't like Bradley Cooper
You never
until The
liked
Hangover came out, and you were like, "Whoa, that was the same guy."
Right.
Whoa, what an actor! You know what I'm saying? Because you hated him so much in The Wedding Crashers. I gotta go with Bradley Cooper as that one.
I'm going to go with Sean William Scott. I'm going to go with American Pie. I feel that
am
Steve
also
Stifler is the
going
guy.
with Sean William Scott.
All right, Stifler wins.
You know, people forget the first two movies are great, but those other two that they made at the end, the wedding and the reunion one, are fantastic.
Oh yeah, the
They
one
are funny.
where he comes with the pubes out the window and it's all over the cake and everything. That's hilarious. It's a fantastic
Bangs
scene.
her grandma. I mean, come on.
All right, I got a special one here.
It's like, oh, your body feels
I
different.
threw this one in because I felt it fell into the same category as you could say Steven Stifler is. Looney Tunes' own Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny is a jerk,
when
and
he tries to catfish guys
listen,
dressing up like
no,
a
no,
woman.
No. He treated Yosemite Sam horrible, and I know
What he always
Yosemite-
trying to kill him?
He was he's a racist who was always trying to kill him, but still, I'm just saying, like
He used to
he
make fun of the
always
way Elmer Fudd
treated,
talked.
like he always made fun of everybody, like he always took it out on everybody else.
Literally everybody was trying to kill him.
Remember when he tried to lure
Now-
Elmer Fudd by pretending to be a woman?
Bugs Bunny's going to go up against Ava Coleman from Abbott Elementary. If you've seen the show Abbott
I have
Elementary,
not
which
seen
is
that
a good
show.
show.
I've
It's
heard
a good
it's good.
show.
I heard it's funny.
And Ava Coleman's a great jerk. Like
Yes, she
she's
is.
got a good jerkiness to her.
She is.
Does she go up against Bugs Bunny? I don't think so. I feel like Bugs wins
Right.
there, right?
But watching that show, this is more.
And jerk,
It's more moderate. It's more modern.
and the
jerk.
best part about Bugs Bunny is he spreads the jerk around,
Right?
like
Does
depending on
different
whether
things.
it's World War I or II.
People are trying to
Well,
kill
like,
him.
you know, the 1950s. Oh yeah, get better.
Everybody on the Bugs Bunny show is trying to kill Bugs Bunny. Why should he not be a
Including
jerk?
Daffy Duck.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Daffy Duck's tried to kill him.
But he was always mean to Daffy Duck for no reason. No, Daffy was the lovable clown,
Yeah.
and he
They
always
would compete,
got
but then-
treated bad by Bugs Bunny.
Then
See,
Daffy
that's
would get
the
all
problem.
diabolical and try like.
I gotta go
poison
Bugs
him.
Bunny. I'm gonna go Bugs
I'm
Bunny.
going Ava. I'm going with
I am gonna go Bugs Bunny as well. Just
All right.
to prolong Jonathan's set.
There you go. Bugs Bunny moves on.
Everybody's trying to kill him. I don't get it.
Doesn't have to be a jerk about
I'd
it.
be a jerk.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break here on the Q Now. When we come back, we're going to finish off this first round, and then we're going to get into our next round, that grade 8. We'll see where our friend White Goodman ends up. We'll be back on the show right after this. $12:80 a.m. KYRO. Q Now. A little Tiffany for you.
That's what they say when we're together.
Man, I listened to this song so many times. So many times. Jonathan, how many times did you dance to this?
Oh my God! I can't count them on my hand.
All right.
You have no idea.
If you like girls, anyway.
Well, we are
You had to
doing a
chase them
tournament of
around.
pop culture, the biggest jerks in movies and television. Coming up next, we have Roger Sterling, John Slattery from Mad Men, who plays Roger Sterling. That's the silver foxed a-hole on that show. He's going up against what could be another dark horse. This bracket, if it went further, like bigger, like could have been, these could be dark horses for a bigger bracket. That's why I find I might end up doing this in 4 weeks or over 4 shows. Bill Lumberg from Office Space, Gary Cole. You know,
Which one?
hey,
made
I'm
him work on the
gonna
weekend.
need you to work over the weekends. You're gonna have to stay in.
That'd be
and
great.
Doing it. Bill Lumberg versus Roger Sterling. I'm gonna
never
go.
really watched Mad Men.
That's what I
though.
said. I never watched Mad Men.
I did watch Mad Men. If I have to choose between these two, I'm going to go Gary Cole. I'm going to go Office Space
You know,
and
I'm
Bill
surprised.
Lumberg.
I'm surprised I never watched Mad Men because that takes place in the '60s, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd
love
be a
period
good show
pieces.
for guys like us to watch. I'm sure it's art.
I love things set in time. Like
I put that on the list.
Yeah.
I never heard anything bad about it.
I wouldn't.
Never.
Do you have to have AMC Plus or something stupid like that? Or
You can have a Fire Stick if you know what you're doing.
There you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Hey,
I have
whoa.
places I could go. I just wanted it to be as convenient
All
as
right.
possible.
Next up, this could definitely be a dark horse for a much larger tournament. I really feel like this dude could go deep.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Dan Fielding of Night Court.
Oh, he
John
was the
Larroquette.
jerk of the 80s.
The man is doing his job. What are you talking about? Just because he's a prosecutor, he's a jerk?
Oh, no. You know what
my
we're talking
God.
about. He was a lovable, Steven Stifler-esque jerk.
Right?
That everybody wanted to be like.
The
And
womanizing ass.
Listen, there was nobody on Night Court I wanted to hang out with more one night than Dan Fielding.
Oh, yeah, you wouldn't want to hang out with Harry
and by the way,
deal with all that
what
magic
you said,
crap.
What you said
I want to deal with
is
Harry
a
and
tough
the
one.
magic crap. Why would you not want
What
to do
you
it?
said is a tough.
Dan
is
would be a
tough
lot
argument.
more fun.
Now hold on.
Probably find cocaine with Dan.
What you said is a tough argument because, truthfully, Dan Fielding might be what you would consider the quintessential jerk of the 1980s.
Oh, sure,
as far as
sure.
like overall
Of all
the
shows.
characters and all the shows, the biggest jerk and who did it
Right?
the best was definitely Dan Fielding
maybe
in Night
Carla,
Court.
maybe Carla, but
Definitely
probably
Dan.
Dan. Probably Dan.
Dan, maybe Roseanne.
would've
Maybe
been-
Roseanne in there. And she's not even on this list. I didn't even put Roseanne on this list. That's what I'm saying. This could go a lot bigger,
What was her name
guys.
from Night Court? It would have been
Carla
Rose.
was
It
more
would have been the
dangerous.
bailiff.
Dan
from Night
Fielding.
Court.
Dan Fielding, though, he's got an interesting matchup, guys.
Oh,
Dan Fielding is going up against the HAL 9000 from 2001: A Space Odyssey. Now that's a jerk. That's an a-hole that understands the game and plays it on your level.
But you watch it for him being a jerk. So, yeah.
I mean, HAL 9000, that dude, you're going to put me stranded in space? Like, listen, guys, I'm not a big into let's go into the middle of the ocean, turn all the lights off, and just sit out there rocking.
All right, that's
Like, that is not a thing that I would want to do. Could I get comfortable doing it? Maybe, but I don't feel like I would. The same reason I don't go skydiving. I don't think it's something that I would find myself enjoying.
Yeah.
Now, maybe I would, but at the same point, like, it just seems like unnecessary.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
It's not necessary. I got to go Dan Fielding. I feel like Dan Fielding has so many angles to him. There's so many
There's so
lovable
many different
parts.
levels of
They're
creepy
just
jerk.
Call him a
listen.
jerk because of his
just
job.
the comment. Oh, come on!
But
now.
you know what? There's
him and Marky
redeeming
Post.
qualities of
but
it.
that's the point. The like him and Marky
Every now
Post.
and then
every time they got up there,
Right.
sometimes she would find a little redeeming love in
Right.
whatever he
Remember-
said. So I like Dan for that.
Remember the Thanksgiving episode when he eats
Oh, yeah.
Thanksgiving dinner at
Exactly.
turkey TV dinner?
What about when he
Same-
talks? He ended up
Everyone
talking.
brings him to the
He's the one who
dinner.
ended up talking bull off the ledge.
Right?
The only,
You know?
crazy. The only Thanksgiving episode of any show that I've ever remembered was what was the WKRP?
That's
Insisted
the
out
best.
and when they let
I remember that, but I also remember
turkeys
the
out.
Friends one,
Right.
the Friends one with Brad Pitt, where they had the Rachel, I hate Rachel, whatever
He's
club.
staring at her because he hates her. She's like, look at that smoldering good looks.
I know. I'm going Dan Fielding. Where are you guys going?
I'm going to the robot.
You're going to go HAL 9000.
I'm going Dan Fielding because the robot.
I feel like I'm getting ganged up on here.
Yeah,
this
you
is
are.
crazy.
All right. On to round 2. We've got ourselves Shooter McGavin
Oh, come on. He's gotta
versus
win.
White Goodman of Dodgeball. Ben Stiller.
Shooter, hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Shooter is just that smarmy.
Shooter,
There's
right?
that smarmy aspect. Listen,
Right.
if you're going to be a bad one,
And
or
Shooter
like
wins.
the heel, you're going to be the bad guy. Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Not to mention he's still in character to this day. If you go to that guy's Twitter page, he still does things as Shooter McGavin.
Yeah. Oh, he probably. I bet his cameo dollars are high.
Right, you're right.
Just
All right, Shooter
Star Wars
McGavin
Shooter.
moves on.
As he should. Congratulations, sir.
Coming up next, J. Jonah Jameson of Spider-Man.
Dude's a jerk.
He runs the newspaper.
Does.
The Daily
He's Fox
is
News
that
when
the
there wasn't
Daily
a Fox
Bugle?
News.
Is the Daily Planet or
Daily
Bugle?
Bugle.
But the Planet is where
That's Clark Kent
Superman.
works.
man, there's too many people working in the journalism business.
That was the thing
I don't
back in the
understand.
day, man.
And
when you read these comic
one's
books
New
about-
York and
Yeah,
one's
everybody wants to be a superstar,
Metropolis.
a movie star like us over here on the radio. You know, that's what they're telling you. You want to get popular like us. That's what we're talking
We
about.
had to write
earlier.
comic books about people on the radio.
J.
with
Jonah
superpowers.
Jameson.
We're going to have OnlyFans here soon.
J. Jonah Jameson going up against the definite jerk in Gollum.
Golem's
That's a tough
Golem's
matchup.
just a murderous lunatic.
That's what I'm saying.
Jameson's a
Jameson
jerk.
never killed anybody. You know what I'm saying?
He's just an ass.
Yeah.
J. Jonah Jameson is like
And
that
he'll lie about you.
quintessential
Golem will lie
smarmy
about you.
a-hole too.
Golem's truthful, at least. It's
I'm
like,
going with Golem.
I'm gonna go J. Jonah Jameson. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Jameson.
yeah.
Tiebreaker over here. What you got?
I'm gonna, since you're in the back of Jonathan, I'm gonna come up to the front and I'm gonna go with Jameson.
Dude,
You're gonna go with
why am I even? Why the hell am I even here?
We don't know. We don't know. We really, honestly, we don't know. We have no clue what's going on here.
I'm gonna start
This is
cussing
some
on this show. You won't be able to use any
Please
of this.
stop. Could you please stop
won't be able
nagging?
to use any of
Sir,
this.
can you please stop nagging?
They about to come out. I'm dropping F-bombs,
I would like you to
S-bombs,
stop
C-bombs,
nagging
T-bombs,
this show and nagging us.
BJs.
You're one of the worst
Any kind of way.
naggers we've had on this show ever.
What is a T-bomb? What are we talking
All
about?
kind of bomb.
I am sorry, sir. Nagging is not allowed on this show.
You calm down. You over there lactating. Coming out your
Damn,
quarter-size areolas.
damn naggers. Don't nag us.
There go that man.
Don't nag us.
That's
All
what
right,
I'm
here
talking
we go.
about.
Here we go. There we
That's what
go.
I'm talking about.
Steven Stifler versus
Jerky.
Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny's a. I take
But he's not a jerk. Hunky.
Yeah, people
You know,
trying to
yeah,
kill
like
him.
you've done,
He's just
you've
getting
done.
revenge.
Hold on. 1 second. 1 second.
Not a jerk.
Three times now on this list, you've just come straight out and said that something just isn't a jerk. And I find that to be untruthful because there is jerkish qualities depending on the viewpoint and where boots you stand in from all of these characters.
Well, look here, Mark
Like,
Wayne.
I'm not putting Ted Lasso on these lists.
Oh, we got Mark Wayne in here now. You want to tell me to get up now? What's going on? I can have my own damn opinion.
All right.
Right.
So what would you like, Stifler or Bugs Bunny?
That's a hard one because both of those guys, Stifler was actually a jerk. Bugs is not a jerk. So I give it to Stifler because he was a jerk in the beginning and we learned
see
to
that?
love him.
I'm going to go with
Jonathan
Steven
wants to give it
Stifler
to
also.
Stifler. I was going to join you guys anyway. So
Now,
you
you
yeah, you didn't do me.
Now you team Jonathan. This is some bull.
Yeah. Come on, you know you want it.
All right.
I don't know why you fight it all
Bill
the time.
Lumberg from Office Space. Swigging his little coffee.
Right? That guy.
Making fun
Come
of the
on,
red
man.
Swinline
Talking about TSP
stapler.
reports. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
TPS reports.
TPS reports.
Always drinking
Yeah.
coffee.
Always drink coffee. He's going up against Dan Fielding. I'm going Dan Fielding.
Dan's a bigger jerk.
Dan's definitely a bigger jerk
Going off of space.
when he wants to. When he
Office
wants to.
Space.
And I love Dan Fielding, so I'm going to go Dan Fielding.
I am also going to go Dan Fielding.
So I guess it don't matter where I go.
It doesn't. It doesn't matter.
You're going down.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
What did I walk into?
A porno about
Right?
Christmas, evidently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I already shot it. Come, hey, December 2nd at the High Point. Get
That's
your ticket.
right. Get your tickets.
I don't know if you noticed these walls, but they're soundproof.
Okay.
What in the world just happened?
All right, here we are.
Also, the door locked.
Final four. Here we are. We are at our final four.
Turn
We
on
are
the
at our
strobe
final
light,
four.
Mark.
This is a good one. This is a good final four here, guys. Shooter McGavin versus J. Jonah Jameson.
Shooter's going all the way. I don't even know what we're doing now. At this point, this close, Shooter's all the way.
Shooter?
Number one.
I got to go Shooter, too.
See?
I'll go Shooter there.
You
I
won't
agree.
go Shooter. I mean, everybody else is going to be Shooter. That's it.
I'm sorry, though.
Jameson's pushing a product. Shooter's
Stifler?
just a jerk.
Or Dan Fielding.
Stifler's a high school kid.
I'm still going with Stifler on that because it was just Stifler and Bugs. I'm sticking with Stifler.
Dan Fielding sends people to prison.
He's a prosecutor. That's his job.
Yeah.
but he doesn't have to.
All right, I'm going
Hi, I'm
Stifler.
Corey Bush.
So that leaves us with Shooter McGavin versus Steven Stifler. Now that's actually kind of a matchup.
Well, it's not a matchup. We already know it's Shooter. We know this.
You think
We
it's Shooter
love
over
now.
Stifler?
When you see the
I'd go
reunion
Stifler.
movie,
I'd go Stifler over
Are you serious?
Shooter.
Are y'all picking Stifler over Shooter?
I'll go Stufler.
Stifler.
Or Schiffler.
Or Stifler.
I'll mix them.
I am going Shooter.
You're going to go Shooter. Where do you going to go? Where are you going to go?
What are you going to do?
I'm not telling
Say it
you.
at the same time.
You ready?
Ready?
One, two, three.
Shooter.
Ah, there it is.
I told you all the way. I told you he was going all the way.
I saw Mark's.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Shooter McGavin is your winner of the biggest jerk.
That right? No, we can
tournament
come
of
up
pop culture.
with 48 more. and
Oh,
get
we could
3 more in
easily.
the
I
final
feel that
four, right?
we got to keep this because I feel like
Animated, and when we were talking about it, we were outside before we came in.
You watch Suits, it'll be Lewis lit. I
Right?
promise you.
all right.
Put it out there.
So I have got I got something that was sent to me. A question with some options, and then we can kind of discuss real quick. What's a seemingly small, trivial thing that makes you instantly burn with rage of a white-hot sun? So something that makes you instantaneously
What do you mean, like something people
angry.
get wrong or something?
Right.
Like I'm watching and they can't get it?
Now, do we agree that these things would make you burn with rage? I'm going to give you a premise. You tell me.
Okay.
Would it make you super white hot?
I mean, it depends
angry?
on the date and the thing. If you don't know that.
Well, let me throw it out here. Let me throw one out here. Someone asking or / ordering me to do something while I'm either in the process of doing it or about to do it.
It depends. Are you my wife?
I'm
or
not
are you someone I don't know.
This person said, I'm not someone who gets annoyed or angry easily, but for some reason this has always gotten under my skin. I don't have a problem if you're ordering me. Yeah, that's like you were saying, throwing the gauntlet down. Like that's
like,
one
stop
thing.
stacking
Versus,
me. Like I'll get one thing done. Like tell me later.
But it
Don't
doesn't
put
make
on
me
at the
burn with
moment.
white hot
Well, no, I
rage.
don't burn. I'm not a lunatic.
And it's all in
Flipping
delivery
out.
too. Like, are you yelling at me, telling me to do this? Are you like, yo?
Yeah.
like
If you
that?
just come up like, hey, could
Just
you
get. I'm getting a little adjusted in my Senate seat here in the chamber. That's that's who I am, and that's what I am.
I'm gonna punch you in the face. By the way, I vote no.
The next example, do we agree? A big group of people walking really slowly in the middle of the sidewalk that look confused when you go around them in the road to walk around.
Yes.
So like there's a big group of people and they're walking, but they're kind of mulling, and you need to walk around them, so you have to walk out into the street where like cars could hit you.
What the hell y'all walking at?
I don't know. Maybe a big city. Could be a big city.
I guess it could be like New York.
Could be a big
or
city or something like that.
It's dangerous. Look.
I don't know if that would make me angry.
Don't we
Like,
scream
what kind of
danger?
rush you in there? Look
at
I was just go around him.
Yeah,
I
it's good. Yeah.
was going to go around him, right?
Right?
That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to go around him.
How about an excuse me when you walk up behind him? Hey, can I get right by you real quick?
Hey, you know what you should do when we're off the air? You should ask Mark about being stuck in a parking garage for an hour.
Hour and 90.
If you want to see white blinding
Wasn't that a
rage.
Seinfeld
An hour in like 50 minutes.
Yeah. It
Like-
took him 2 hours to get home.
Something like that.
To find your car like
No,
Seinfeld?
No. It's
Stop.
off the air. It's
Stop.
off the air.
I'll tell you off the air.
And people have heard this before, so they don't want to bore them.
All right.
But it's fun.
Last one. When opening anything always requires a scissor or a knife. Those like innocent peel here tabs on food bags that never work, and you always have to go get a pair of scissors to get them open. Okay. All right. I don't think it makes me instantaneously mad, but if it says that I can open something and peel it or open here or whatever, and I can't,
rips off.
it doesn't like
Bro.
open the way I need it to. Like that can become.
That's a little annoying, right?
That's a little inducing.
You know what's really annoying, and which might do the rage, is if it's the same thing multiple times. Like it just keeps like a brand of drink always tears off, but every other brand
Is that what gets you good? Like hardcore?
If it's the same thing, you know, it's the same
feels like
product.
first
over
world
and over
problems
again.
to me that make you white hot.
Of course
You know,
it is.
I can't open this old expensive
That's like
food that
Republican
tastes so
debate
good.
problems. You know, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make these
I got one
things
that-
universal.
I got one that
Rip-off.
makes me the people that walk their dogs.
Yes.
I always feel like that their dogs are just taking doo-doos on everybody's lawn or
Yeah,
different
you gotta
lawns.
pick that up.
They
You
gotta
gotta
And,
pick that up.
but I don't see them picking it up.
Yeah,
but I
that's
know
terrible.
for a fact the dogs are doo-dooing.
Oh, of course
Do you
they
see
are.
what I'm
That's what
saying?
they do when they
so it's
walk.
like that makes me angry. Like that makes me go, you people suck.
Right? If you just
All right.
leave that and walk away, I mean, the dog has no idea. It's not the dog's fault.
I haven't done this in a while. When we come back, we are going to do some F My Life options. I'm going to throw them out there, and we're going to see if these are what we would consider your life was effed for that day. Okay? So we got some of that coming up here on the QNow right after this. .5 FM, WIBH, 1280 AM, KYRO, News Radio KYRO.com. I'm Mark Bland. Over there is Jonathan May. Over there is Jason Call.
Hello. Yeah.
We just did our We Got Good Charlotte here. Well-known song.
Yeah.
I used to come on the show years ago, and it's been a long time. I mean, I'm going back to pre-Jason for sure, so that's before 2017. We're probably going back to about 2015, 2014, which was a while ago in this world of broadcasting. I used to do these things called F My Life, where I would read things where people said that they felt their life was effed, and we'd check it out and just kind of read into it.
No.
And I'm sure you guys have seen F My Life things before.
Yes. Right. Wasn't there a show somewhere once?
What's that?
Didn't they have a show? Like, did MTV do one of those?
Maybe. It's possible.
Did they do something like that?
I believe so. I think it might have been a scripted show.
Like,
not
It's very
too
possible.
long ago.
Yeah,
Like,
I think
they stole this.
Well, I got some
They
right
stole
here.
it.
I don't know. Maybe I'm stealing it from them. I don't know.
No, it wasn't too long.
So this person says, today, as I was planning my impending wedding with my fiance, my sister jokingly told him it's not too late to call it off. He took her seriously and bailed.
Thanks,
He won't
Seth.
even answer my calls.
Well, that's not her fault.
F my life.
Yeah, maybe.
How about
Yeah, I mean, I have your
you gotta
sister.
knock her out.
Smack her around for that. And I'm not trying to, no, I'm not.
You know what, though? Like,
that sucks.
We've all been married and had weddings.
Sure.
I bet I heard a dozen times from older guys with their wives, not too late to back out, not too late to leave.
You sure,
like,
buddy? Yeah,
I didn't go, oh, my God, Jim from Arkansas is right, and take off, I mean... That's not that sister's fault, but her life might be effed if she really liked her husband or her fiance.
I mean, if you're going to marry him, obviously you like him.
Good on him. He probably dodged the bullet. Good on him.
Yeah, she apparently could.
Today,
She's a lunatic.
today I bought some crickets.
I wonder what color areolas was.
Brown. They were brown.
Stop it. Today I bought some crickets as a treat for my lizard.
Yeah.
One escaped and somehow got into the heating system in my room. The chirping is amplified and comes from everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Goodbye, restful sleep. F my life.
If you don't turn that heat up, what's wrong
I
with
don't
you?
think that's F my life.
Oh, that
like,
thing's gonna
come
be dead in
on.
like 2 days.
Turn the heat up. Sweat that bad boy out. He'll come out that bad boy.
Crickets don't live to be like 7 years old.
By the way, we're going into winter. Best time to have the heater on.
Right?
Cook them up.
Crank
Crank
it
that
up.
thing up.
That thing ain't
You gonna cook
digging
them?
it. Yeah.
That's what Jonathan
Cricket
wants.
juice.
He wants smelling like cricket juice
Yeah.
everywhere.
Tip that thing in almond bark.
All right. Today, my friend thought it'd be a great idea to drag me a new fitness trend, goat yoga.
Ooh, yeah, I like walk on it.
Mid-session, the goat started nibbling on my hair, and I ended up having to do downward dog while trying to dodge an uncomfortably friendly farm animal. F my life. That's more weird than F your life. Like, that's just weird.
That's that first world
You know how
problem
much
Jonathan's
goat
talking
Goat
about.
yoga?
You know how much
This
goat
is
yoga
first
is?
off, have you ever even heard of goat yoga?
Yes,
I
you never
have.
seen it?
Yeah,
No, I've
they
never
walk
seen
on
this.
you.
Yeah, they walk all over you. They just
They walk
you're in
on
a
you?
room with like 5 goats.
Yep, because they can balance on almost anything.
Yeah, I don't know if they
balance
have
on
it
you
around
while
here
you're
or
doing
not.
it. Yeah.
We should totally, the three of us, do goat yoga one
should.
time. That would be interesting.
Now, first of
We'll
all,
go
it
get
costs too much money.
Jonathan's body whacked.
And
You
I'm not
think you're a
dealing with
werewolf
an
anyway,
animal
don't you? You
walking
think
on
you're a
me.
werewolf
Only
anyway?
thing I trust is my dog.
He'll be eating a goat because he's a
Eat it.
werewolf. He thinks he's a werewolf.
Goat is delicious. What are you talking about?
Who, you've never eaten a goat?
Yeah.
Why?
I was in
Said
Kyrgyzstan. I was in Kyrgyzstan. I had
Oh,
goat.
okay. That's
I had
true.
goat.
Never
It was
mind.
delicious.
I forgot about it.
All right.
It was a little tough.
No.
Today,
You didn't know what you were doing.
I was set to meet a friend at a new trendy cafe. I arrived early, eager to impress, but ended up walking into the wrong cafe and got stuck for an hour engaged in a disturbing conversation about serial killers with a total stranger who deludedly mistaken me for a long-lost friend.
Nice.
F my life.
Oh, that's a good story.
Okay, now that's a good little story to have to tell people. Like,
Right?
you know, I don't mind that one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Here's
saying?
how
That's
I lost my job.
exactly.
Oh, goodness. Why not tell a guy, hey, I'm not who you think I am?
Right? I love your love of serial killers.
Right.
So do I.
Today, I found out my girlfriend's new friend is actually her replacement. They met a few months ago, and she's really cool, and we share the same interest. It's nice to spend time with her, etc. But my girlfriend planned to break up with me and trained her because she doesn't want me to be lonely.
Nice, thanks.
Wait. The girlfriend got him a replacement?
I think so, yeah.
Sweet.
Hey,
and then trained her up.
Good looking out.
And then trained her up.
Yeah. Like, trained her up, like, because she's...
But my girlfriend planned to
little
break
chubby,
up
or-
with me and trained her because she doesn't want
I
me to
see
be
what you're saying.
lonely.
Oh.
Crazy.
That's
nice.
wild. Yeah, F your life.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. That's some wild.
See,
How's
literally
that
train
F
this
my
woman
life?
to do what you like. That's
Like,
crazy.
she left and felt bad
crazy.
enough about it that she got you another lover.
Today,
Sweetie.
Today, I finally found out that someone had stolen my debit card and maxed it out. The good news, whoever it was forgot to change the address on the card, so everything they bought online has been shipped to me. The bad news, I've received 16 weighted blankets so far. And I'm still counting. No, that's awesome.
That's funny.
That's just funny. That's really funny. I'm not going to lie to
Now
you.
you
That
should
is
call
hilarious.
fraud.
You know what? I think
and
that's somebody
keep 'em
that she
all.
would actually know. I think somebody that she
Right?
did
Someone's just
wrong
being a
is actually
jerk.
doing that. Like, who
They
needs
send
that
them
many
all,
weighted
like,
blankets? And they send
returnable.
it straight to her. Like, come on.
Today,
Max out your card for
the
a day.
token of appreciation from my husband after paying off his student loan debt, being his support system when his mother died, and cooking and cleaning for his ass every day is him getting my sister pregnant. Oh, yeah.
That might be the
That
only
is-
one so far that is F my life.
Like,
'Cause that-
seriously.
that
like,
got
and,
you
like,
at
by the way,
home and in your personal
By the way,
life.
could I also commend you on your spectacular way of describing that as you led up to that moment?
All right.
Because you really laid it out there.
I did.
I mean,
This,
listen, this,
is what
and
you
this,
did.
and
You
you're
know
a
what?
piece of trash. You paid his student loan debt off.
You know
Nice.
what? That sister might
There
have
are
got pregnant.
so many
That sister
dudes
might
that
have
will
got
do
pregnant.
that.
He kept on hearing it. He probably kept on hearing it.
There's
You know,
so
I paid
many-
off your loans. I was here when your mama died. Well, you know what? I'm begging your sister. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. You did this to yourself. You might as well go over there and pregnant. This is you. This is your fault.
I'm going to
Shame
name it
on her.
after you. What's your name?
Shame on her.
What's your name?
Shame on her.
His name is Deborah too. His name is also Deborah.
Oh my goodness.
Feel
I'm
like
gonna name my son
feel like-
Deborah just to remind me how dumb you were.
my brother-in-law is my ex-husband.
Today, I finally started my job as an in-home caregiver. The man I was hired to care for died 2 hours after I made it to his house.
Oh, bad luck.
Oh, that's a rough
You'll
one.
get a new one. There's plenty of
You
old
need to be
people.
better at your job.
Yeah.
You wouldn't give him no
killing
kind of care.
patients.
Yeesh.
Angel of death.
Goodness. You probably get paid for the whole day when somebody dies, though, so that's the good thing.
Nice.
Men think women should be allowed to go topless in public.
Yeah,
boys.
right?
Why not?
Should women be allowed to go topless in
Yeah.
public? Some cities already allow it.
Woo, where?
Cheapflights.com has a list of them, which is kind of odd.
Thank you.
Someone polled people to see where they were at the top on the topic in 2023. 35% of Americans now think women should have the right to let it all hang out at any time.
The other 65 are all women.
51% said no, and 14 are still undecided. Okay. The stats on who things should be allowed to are interesting, too. Men are much more in favor of it than women.
Why not?
Oh, I can't believe that.
Right?
Duh.
Like, well,
That's
it's
crazy.
fair. Why should we be the only ones that can take our shirts off?
Almost half of the guys think it should be allowed, but only 7% of women and under 45 agree.
Those are
And
women
just
with big
15% of women older than that support it. The demographic that's most in favor of women going topless, you guessed it, old dudes. And everybody loves old dudes.
It's all fun and
boobs.
games.
Listen to
All funny games. You walking down the street and Jabba the Hutt's coming down there with no
rock
shirt on.
stations,
Yeesh.
country stations.
A woman had to call into work because there was a 1,300-pound elephant seal laying up against her driver's side door of her truck sleeping. Wildlife
Why'd you get
officials
on the
wanted
other
her to
side?
not disturb it, so she was going to be a little late that day. I have a question for you two.
Get out the other door.
What is the strangest legit excuse for being late you've ever used? Like the strangest excuse.
That was real?
Yeah, that was.
That I didn't make up?
Yeah.
I resuscitated a guy at the gas station on my way to a job.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I've never
Yeah.
had that one.
Yeah, that was true. 2015.
I have had the pooped my pants.
Did you
And
actually poop your pants?
was on my way to work.
Was it the shark thing?
And there was a shark kind of poopy diarrhea situation. I've done that before.
That happens.
It does.
That's a real thing.
It's a real thing. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing even if you're by yourself in your car. Like it feels uncomfortable. You know you got to go clean up. Like it's like a
change your
It
clothes.
feels like an issue. It feels like an issue.
I mean, the only time I ever called, well, I was actually going to work, but I had to poop real bad. I didn't short. But I don't poop anywhere else but my house.
Poop talk.
Because I got a bidet. You know, I don't.
You got a bidet now?
I got 2 bidets.
You got that Hisense.
I got 2 bidets, and I don't poop anywhere else but
It's
with
not
that
his
bidet.
It's not his toilet. It's a Korean boy named Bidet that sprays his butt with water.
God, jeez. What is wrong with you people?
Let the cat out of the bag, man.
Oh, my God.
That's what you get for being gone for so long.
Yeesh.
All right.
Wow, Jason's sure angry.
There are some movies. I was asked this.
Yes.
Okay? And I told you guys about this. I hope you made a little list or came up with some ideas real quick. To end the show off here,
Yes.
somebody asked me, hey, what is a movie that, in your opinion, Mark, is a 100% on like a Rotten Tomato? Like, what is a legit 100%? That is a gold. That's a golden classic.
Yeah, I came up with some.
I said, okay. So I got a little list, and I want to hear your guys' stuff too. If you got
All
it.
right. Maybe some of mine might be on yours.
I've got a list of about 7 or 8.
Yeah, I had
Okay.
I had a few.
So I've got Goodfellas.
On my list.
That was a good one.
That's my number one.
That's your number one.
That's my number one.
Yep. I have that on my
I have
my
Godfather.
list. That was one.
Nope.
I had 2 though. I chose 2.
I'll just put them together 1 and 2. I don't
Yeah,
care either
yeah.
one. Like they're both good.
It wasn't 3? You didn't like 3?
3 was okay.
Nobody
I
likes
liked
3. I'm just
it
playing.
because
I mean, it was part of the story and it
thing.
helped out finish the story
But
off a
it
little
was-
bit
yeah,
to an
It
extent.
was silly, I guess.
Kill Bill 1 and 2.
Awesome.
I really do think that those are hundreds. Like it's a good overall piece of work. Probably Quentin Tarantino's best in my opinion. I think he has some other stuff that's entertaining that sometimes is more interesting to listen to. But as far as like overall work, the way it looks, the cinematography, the words, all of it, like the overall, it's 100.
Yep.
It really is. Finding Nemo is on my list.
Right.
Goonies,
Come on.
Top Gun, the original Top Gun from '86.
All right.
Lost Boys,
Lost Boys is a great movie.
Casino,
Casino's good.
and Wedding Crashers.
Funny.
Probably like a 95. If I'm going to go Wedding Crashers, I'm going to put that at about a
It
95.
was a solid movie, though.
What do you guys got?
I had L.A. Confidential.
Great
was
movie.
One of mine.
That's definitely
That was
in
a
a
good
top.
one.
That's probably a
So,
95 for me.
yeah,
but
I
it's
had-
up there. It's up there.
I had The Big Lebowski. As well.
Lebowski's 100. Yeah, that's a high.
Comedies.
That's 100.
Anytime you throw a
Comedies.
ferret in a bathtub, that's
right.
The Rose and the bowling ball, like all of it, it's
Right.
fantastic. Like
Who you
just,
got? Who
it's
you
got
got?
visual appeal too.
I got a Tombstone.
Okay, Tombstone
Tombstone, that's a
definitely a
good one,
100.
right?
Definitely a 100.
I remember buying the DVD, the extra, the Criterion one.
Is Shawshank?
It might run
I mean,
slow for some
Shawshank.
people, but I
Shawshank might
think
be a
No, that's
100.
great.
That might be a more. That might be a 100.
I got a Blazing Saddles.
That's a good comedy.
I don't put it at 100, but it's up there for me.
It might
It's a
be.
90
It
plus.
just
Like
might
it's
be
up
too
there.
AIDS for some people.
Great. Snatch by Guy Ritchie.
Snatch
Snatch
is all right.
is great.
I just didn't like how it's hard to understand the Brad Pitt stuff. Like you
that is
gotta.
one of the
the
best
point.
parts of that is
I
the
know.
caravan. Yeah, that's
Better get the mom in a caravan.
right. You like Dax?
Right.
Oh, you mean dogs? Yes.
Yeah,
You like
yeah,
dogs?
dogs.
Django, I put on my list as well.
Django's up there too for
Pulp Fiction.
sure.
Yeah,
Pulp Fiction.
Oh yeah,
Pulp Fiction is really really good.
good one.
All right.
I like Pulp Fiction.
Is Back to the Future 100?
Back
Part
to the
two.
Future is no. Part one is
Part
part
two?
one
Part
is
two.
no.
Part two is good
Part
too,
one
right?
is definitely
Part
a
two.
Or if
100.
you do like a Godfather thing and put them together.
You could if you want to. If you want 1 and 2,
Right.
but throw in
You just
3.
say
You
Back
got
to the
to
Future.
throw in 3 if you're going to do that because
Yeah.
I want the train.
Yeah, what you
Right.
What you with that?
I want the steam train. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I'm shocked they never snuck one of them out, like around 2002 or something.
Somebody like a new one?
Yeah, like got one out before Michael J. Fox could.
Yeah.
Because look at other, series that they buried with one they shouldn't have made. They did it with Lost Boys. They made 2 extra movies,
They did.
right? They really didn't need them.
They really didn't need it. Now, if they wanted to remake Lost Boys with a new cast, like a reimagining of it, okay, like I'd be willing to watch that. I'm not saying that it'd be better. I'm just saying to be willing to watch
Or
it.
like that last Matrix movie.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to get out of here on the Q Now.
relaxing.
I got I've got to definitely thank Jonathan May for being here. Thank you so much, Jonathan.
Yeah, anytime. I like this music you got.
I know, that's Mac DeMarco.
Yeah, it's just nice to
Mac
see
DeMarco.
Anytime, though, man. I
Mr.
appreciate
Man's
it. Thanks for having me out here.
We really appreciate it. And High Point, December 2nd.
High Point, December 2nd. Don't forget, you can go to XXX-miss.com, get your tickets.
And in a few weeks, I think we're going to have the director of that movie on.
James Dean, yes.
Yeah, he's going to come on the show here. We're going to talk to him about some other stuff. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us here on the Q Now. Jason, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And you guys check us out at theqnow.com. Old episodes, new episodes, and everything in between. That's going to do it for us here on the show. We will see you guys next time on The Q.
Heart to heart.